nothing but a harmless Christmas package.
Man, I love Christmas! Man, I love buying my first Xbox console. It feels so good to support this small new console studio, and I hope the sale of me buying a used one will help them make good decisions in the future. And what better way to break in a new green machine than playing a Japanese RPG on it? So the Xbox 360 is not known for JRPGs, but companies did try to make some for the console to help support Xbox's push into Japan, and we all know how that went.
Oh no. Oh no.
So there are a handful of Xbox 360 JRPGs, and a lot of them people know about, but this one is only known for one thing, and
I'm really
it's this
hungry.
soon.
Dinner, 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 dinner.
Made by a company that I'm learning I actually maybe like all of their games. This is the story of Infinite Undiscovery, easily one of the worst titles for a JRPG, because there is nothing like that in the game. But on the other hand, you have all the tropes of the genre. You have a huge party, you got fun banter, and unique combat mechanics with a whole lot of this.
Treat them? Someone, please treat them. Did you treat them?
Promise me that we'll meet again.
Oh, of course. You said that you'd...
Snap out of it, Capel.
With the launch of the 360, Microsoft wanted to expand into the Sony and Nintendo dominated Japanese console market, and they themselves boasting 110 games announced for Japanese gamers, including the well-known JRPG Blue Dragon and the very well-known Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2.
Last night, I dreamed I held you in my arms.
For 2007, Microsoft also announced a pipeline of great games that include the epic role-playing game RPG Infinite Undiscovery. This was developed by Tri-Ace, who at the time was known for Star Ocean and Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. And yes, they would make other games that I've covered on this channel, including Resonance of Fate and my favorite game of all time. Yes, I have a problem. No, I will not stop. Now it was believed Microsoft would publish this, but Square Enix, who have done so for many Tri-Ace games, came in because Tri-Ace believed they knew more about RPGs. But it was still very much a Microsoft idea, helping Tri-Ace with the hardware, with Tri-Ace's co-founder saying this game was one that contained 10 years of ideas that only could have been done on the 360, and RPGs as a medium will undergo a true evolution within this genre with this game because it has a world that will permanently change over time, and as someone who has beaten this game, it is incredibly amusing that I think I know what they're talking about and is not how you think it is. Oh, 2000s gaming marketing, I miss you so. Well, not really. But then, you know, some of the ads are pretty funny. And yep, it truly is a Tri-Ace game because all of the devs worked on their future ones. This director, in fact, would even go on to develop the battle system for my favorite game. It is as Tri-Ace as possible. So yeah, I think I like the cut of the jib, this company.
Dinner, 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 dinner.
Yes, this scene was how I and most other people even know about this game, because it apparently has a bad English dub. And I mean, you literally type in this name into Google and the first Reddit link is someone asking, why do people hate this game? And then the second top comment is a clip of this scene, as if this out of context bad dub clip means everything in this game is bad. And where have I experienced this before? An out of context weird clip of an English dub of a Japanese game in the 2000s. I thought, okay, I have to play this game. Oh god, I gotta buy an Xbox console first. And here it is, the green machine. Why are you white? And is the dub as bad as people say? Look man, if you're new to this channel, first do the thing. But also, I love this kind of voice acting.
Okay. Gustav is a bear, right?
I think it is notable because it was the voice acting studio's first time with a video game, but also amusing is that most of these voice actors, they're pretty established now. This was when they were starting off their careers, but you also have voice actors from Shanghai and Australia.
I see you don't rely on lunaglyphs. Is this a way to discipline yourself?
Hi,
Hey, mate, you must be Gabby. My name's Rick.
Yeah, you can see why this isn't fondly remembered as the other Xbox 360 JRPGs, but it has motion capture for the cutscene. And I still think the animation holds up today. The type of models and art style have that cozy look, although you got this weird issue where most of the cutscenes, the lip syncing just gives up halfway. The environments are pretty unique to the genre. Towns can be quite huge with NPCs and quests to complete, and a story premise that seems cool where the enemy has chained down the moon, which you can view at any time when you're running around. How cool is that? And you got so many characters in your party where opening your inventory doesn't pause the game, and you can craft items and weapons, making it feel like an MMO. Yeah, I think they took it to heart when someone asked them, is this Xbox game you're making gonna have multiplayer? Oh, you can't release a game on this console without multiplayer? What were you thinking? Even the volleyball game has it. And so it released worldwide in September 2008. When IGN, of all people, said it had no bugs, it's playable, and not boring, but misguided. And it's probably one of the only times I'll agree with that IGN review of a 2000s game. And so in a month, it seemingly shipped 400,000 copies, which I guess was a success. I mean, it only was on one console, and that's a lot of sales in Japan for a green machine. Were Square Enix and Microsoft not happy with this? As they both own the copyright, but you know how Square can be, with sales not hitting their expectations. But what? Did they expect 1 million sales? Was it that hard to reach? I mean, what else were people doing in 2008? I mean, it only is still on the Xbox 360, and I'm only playing it due to backwards compatibility, and at the time of writing this, you cannot play it anywhere else. You can't even run it properly on an emulator, which limits how many people will go back to it. So was it worth the time and investment and effort to make sure this was the first ever Xbox game that I played? Well...
Why are you blushing?
What? It's nothing, I swear.
So Infinite Undiscovery is a JRPG in all sense of the word. I mean, it has Motoi Sakuraba composing, but it's not his FromSoft music, it's his Tales of style. It feels as JRPG as any of those, with a fantasy setting and combat to match. You play as Capel, but you get to pick 3 party members, and you'll do real-time action combat. You know, with button mashing, but some interesting mechanics. Interesting in quotation marks, because half of the time, I had no idea what this meant. Like, you can do a finisher at the end of your button presses, but apparently you can only do this if your yellow bar is higher than the enemies, and attacking the enemies will let you build the bar, but then if you knock enemies down and you attack them, they won't give you yellow orbs, they give you green orbs, which you heal and get your MP back. But then, if you're juggling enemies, you get red orbs, which will give you more XP. And Tri-Ace games and farming XP. Only viewers of that video know the pain. So yeah, then holding either of these buttons down, which you can equip with different attacks, will do a crazy move, where depending on which button you equip it to, it will do either different damage or it'll use less MP, and you gotta control your party using tactics telling them what to do, and then you can press Y to request for healing, like this.
Did you treat them? Did you treat them? Someone, please treat them.
Oh, lovely. And you gotta wait for the AI then to heal you. So many features. And they teach you all of this with static page screens that you page through and read. Oh, they didn't learn their lesson for their future games. Then you can also connect with your party members to have them do some attacks that you want, or even these special kind of attacks where Aya heal, you get to control her bow, which you'll need in dungeons to solve puzzles. Just from the basic gameplay, you can see there are so many systems fighting each other, but that's not all, because you have a lot of party members. You'll have these specific dungeons where you'll pick 3 teams from this huge roster, and you'll see them all run around helping you fight, but only in these few dungeons. And then you can craft weapons and items in real time, where the more you craft, the better items you can make. Then while you're in a town, your party will just go to random spots in the map, which you will never know when you open it up. Reminder, you gotta sit down to open the map, then you can can connect with those party members to have them follow you, and then when you talk to the NPCs, they will talk instead of you. And you have so many side quests and hidden lore that will come about from this feature. You gotta make sure you find the right party member, then you gotta bring them to the right NPC at the right time. So yes, it is one of those games. You need a guide, you really do. But on the plus side, this was probably the funniest GameFAQs guide I have ever seen. Anyway, I'll go through more of the combat as we come across it, but just to understand, it is as 2000 JRPG as possible, but now on the 360 with motion capture and a huge number of characters on screen with real-time combat and voice acting.
You won't find anyone in this unfriendly place.
Well, first up, you'll see the Xbox Online branding, where you can get vouchers. Yay! Food stamps and me JRPG. This actually does help with grinding, so make sure you get those coupons. Picture packs, $1 only. That's cheaper than a Patreon subscription to Shadow. But what is even in these? The theme pack includes character art set against backdrops found in the game. Although the game isn't out yet, you can impress your friends early by showing them you are eagerly anticipating it. Take that, suckers! Well, joke's on you. We have no more theming in our consoles anymore. So you got a giga CGI cutscene with music over the top and no voice acting, which makes me think there was a copyrighted idol song from the Japanese release and they removed it for the West. But it shows 3 characters on top of a castle fighting some chain guy, and you think, wow, okay, is this gonna be some crazy, interesting, evil villain? With an emotional backstory and insane reasoning for wanting to chain down the moon? So starting up, you probably shouldn't play on easy because it'll actually lock out some features. Yeah, easy mode people will miss out on a post-game dungeon that will help you get the best weapons. But you know me, I'm not the best gamer. But normal was pretty manageable, and Tri-Ace games usually have some grinding areas to help you out. Man, there's just something about their games. I'm still so happy I found out they did a lot of dev work for this game. I love Final Fantasy 13 too.
I would really not be screaming that at the top of your lungs.
So let's see a giga chat of a main character in a jail cell. Remember, this is the main character that Xbox 360 gamers are gonna love so much.
My stomach is kind of rumbling. Is there any chance of me getting something sweet to eat? I'm a flute player. Haven't you ever heard of Capel the Soother?
No.
Really? I must need to practice more. Anyway, could you bring me some of that food I asked for? Ow! Hey, you didn't have to hit me.
I down.
Oh, don't worry. Capella's the guy who is into that kind of thing. So this girl Aya comes in and drags us out, thinking we are Lord Sigmund. But we ain't. We're just a flute player. We don't want any combat.
I don't understand. It's you, my lord.
Behind you! Look out!
Where now you gotta and fight with the Tri-Ace way of front-loading so many tutorials with text and pictures, which really do not do a good way of explaining the combat. But it's an action game, you can just button mash to win. Aya's like, wow, you're not the mighty Sigmund like I thought. Capel nods politely. He's so weak-willed he just agrees to go along with Aya, but he just wants to play the flute. Man, what's with this Pokemon ZA type cutscene here? Yeah, so I guess to save on cost, weirdly at the start of the game, you will see a lot of these unvoiced cutscenes, yet the mouth is animated like it was voiced. And it's weirdly because I was despairing, oh no, is this game not going to have any voice acting? But no, after a couple of hours, you will rarely see this type of scene in the game. Everything is voiced. Maybe this was one of those things where they added it in after all the voice acting was done and they couldn't do those pickup lines. Like they thought, oh okay, we got to add this late in development and we couldn't get the VAs back, but we animated it thinking they would. And so you learn about camping to craft treasure chests, and then the connect feature where you got to connect with Aya, then you can use her ravaging raptor ability to manually shoot the guards. I didn't do that.
Thanks.
Bro, these tutorial images do not help me learn. I need gifts to learn the actions or by doing it myself. You do want to sneak up on the enemies though, because you'll get bonus XP, and if the enemy sneaks up on you, they will do crit attacks. So Aya is like the Order of Chains. They've got these chains everywhere. As 7 years ago, they tried to tie down the moon, and wherever the chains are, monsters spawn.
The land is plagued by monsters and disease.
Hey, even I know that much.
God, I love JRPGs trying to explain their lore. So, they froze the moon in place, so it doesn't orbit, so there's no tides. Yeah? No?
What are you talking about? He stepped forward to save us.
Yeah, Sig Moo, right?
No! It's Sigmund!
So this Lord Sigmund is the only person who can cut down the chains, and now people like Aya rallied around him to go around and cut them all.
Lord Sigmund is our hero.
Huh. Sounds like a good guy.
So the jailer finds out this big orc thing, and you do not want to fight it, so you run all the way up while so many things try to stop you. But you escape into the darkness, and the guards and the hounds. Oh, and darkness, you know that means they got the OLED, turning off all the pixels on the Xbox 360 in 2008. I really didn't like this point of the game, because there was no voice act cutscene. You're just running away from these super strong enemies. I didn't explore, I just kept running because my health was so low. But we make it.
You look awful.
Just leave me alone.
Aya!
Why am I so tired?
You've been through a lot. You need to rest.
All of this is your fault.
Bro, you're the one who made me leave. I liked my little jail hidey hole.
Yes, I fell down. I had to crawl into a dark place. I touched a cockroach. Everything. This whole mess. It's all your fault.
Oh, man. She must have bumped her head, too.
So Capella picks her up, but we get surrounded. As then, the real Sigmund comes in and saves us. And yes, the resemblance is uncanny.
He does look like me.
Get down!
Wow. Ow!
Lord Sigmund, have you been hurt?
No.
So this is Edward, Sigmund's right-hand man, Eugene, the childhood friend, then Balbagon, some warrior, and Genma, some ninja. So right away, you got a huge party for the opening of a JRPG.
You really dislike fighting?
Yeah, it's dangerous. I'd rather just be playing tunes on my flute.
But you fought to protect me.
I don't like getting hurt. Don't you find it foolish?
Are you saying we're foolish?
It's not what I meant. I was just trying to say...
You just said that we're fools for getting hurt while fighting for others, didn't you?
Sorry, I made a mistake. I think it's foolish to fight for others.
Your attitude's terrible, Capel.
But Aya seems to be going through something.
Aya!
Don't touch me!
She's...
So it's a lunaglyph curse, a term you'll hear later.
There is a village nearby. Nolan.
Yes. As I recall, the village has a deep tie to the Cleridian of Burgess.
Good.
So Sigmund tells us to go to Nolan and take Aya. Edward is very suspicious of us, and we get a free sword. Wow, I wonder how much this will fetch on eBay. So then you literally carry Aya to the place where the land has dragons?
I didn't ask for this. Oh, here we go again. Maybe he's a vegetarian.
No.
So in the village we meet Rucha and Rico and convince them we aren't bandits with the blade, and they think we are Lord Sigmund with Capel being our alias. Their dad is the priest here, the only one who can maybe heal Aya, but he's gone missing.
Perhaps it would be best if I explain everything. If we, the Meigs, are watched over by the Aristos, then it can be said the Cleridians are their guardians. Ceruleus protects the East and this village. Time means nothing to the Cleridians.
Slow down, egghead.
Ceruleus completed his reincarnation quite recently.
Yeah, and our dad is his priest. He's the best.
Okay.
Wow, even Capel doesn't believe this. So these Claridians are like gods of each region, and the priest was at their shrine. But since the chain summoned monsters, he's stuck there. So we gotta go in and save him, and the mother just goes, look, I tried giving the kids TikTok to pass the time, but Australia passed a law banning it, so now I don't know what to do. You take him. And yeah, now you got a town where you can go talk to the NPCs, and depending on who's in your party that you connect with, the NPC will give you items. As you go into the cave where both of them are magic casters, where they need to charge up time to attack, but they both can heal. And the cave is fairly well designed with these winding parts, but they all have these gimmicks for each dungeon. Here, it's pitch dark, and you gotta turn on the light to see the enemies, but there's also some hidden treasure that is missable, as you gotta connect with Rico, who can talk to animals, to talk to the rats in the cave to find the treasure. And it's like, yeah, you gotta be constantly connecting and trying to do all these random things, and then the game will reward you if you get it right. And so you gotta get to the final door where you gotta use Rico's special connect, you know, like how Aya was shooting with the bow. He can get animals to follow him, so you bring the bat and snake to the door, and then once inside, you see that their dad was killed by the orc. And so you gotta fight this boss with a dragon shooting fireballs overhead. Now, keep in mind, I was still pretty new to this game and didn't really understand the mechanics at this point. What I was trying to do here was parry the enemies, as yes, there is a parry button on the left trigger, and it is very hard. You can beat the game without it, don't worry. But I guess it adds that extra challenge if you want, and I don't want it. Well, I could just retry, load me right outside the door. There's no autosave. Yet the save point is manual, and you'll start the whole dungeon again. 360 era game without autosaves. Insane. Absurd. So if you die, you will reload your last save, and you gotta run through the whole dungeon again, doing the mouse quest and so on. Where yeah, okay, this is where I decided I had to use a guide, because I didn't know if this saving thing was gonna be like it for the whole game. And turns out, the troll is pretty easy. You just hide in the corner where the dragon can't hit you. And then the dragon is like, okay, damn, thank you for freeing me, and gives us an Amalista to help Aya. And he tells us that someone is messing up the moon's power, and then gives us a flute.
Take this with you. Through this flute, I shall see the world with your eyes. You shall have my support. Your foes shall be my foes as well.
Seeing the world, foes? I don't know.
Please, you have to listen to him.
But I
know you're not a hero.
Ceruleus said your name's Capel. It wasn't an alias.
So why?
Please.
Please, for our dad.
As we got flute gameplay, where you use it by holding X, and it'll find hidden doors and hidden treasures when you hear this sound. As we give Aya the crystal and go, well, Aya, I adopted two kids. You mind helping me look after them?
I'm Rico.
I'm Rucha.
I'd be happy to take care of the twins.
Aya!
What will you do, Capel?
So, can we go?
We're friends, aren't we?
Okay. I need to return this sword to Sigmund anyway.
And so, this is my new stupid family that I will protect with my life. So now you can cook things, and it depends on the characters in your party. And you can change your flute to different songs, but honestly, you'll never need any of them except for that invisible one. Now you get to carry a pigeon telling you that Sigmund is at the castle for the next chain, and you gotta go to where it is on the map. And that map is not helping, as it has fog of war, and you have no indication of where you're meant to go. Hence, the guide is very helpful. And you go here with this mini game where you gotta use the catapults to shoot the door down while the enemy will try to destroy the catapults. Each dungeon always has some unique gimmick, which I do appreciate. As we meet up with the team and head to the chain, but this dungeon is long and not many save points, meaning you gotta be real careful. God, I love my stupid son. And yeah, you see the map, it also has fog of war, so you don't actually know which is the right way. And then you'll have these normal guys to attack. Then you got magic long-range enemies, which hit so hard, and if a character dies and you don't have any revive items, they will just be dead. Unless you go all the way back to Genma to heal, or you just keep on going. Then you got these dark areas where you need items to brighten it up, so as to not walk on these trigger points for the gargoyles to one-shot you. To be fair, they are pretty good for a farming experience.
Focus. Check out my loot.
Why is she saying it like that? So yep, one death and 30 minutes later, I finally make it to the next save point, and the kids leave as Edward joins. Yeah, your party's gonna be changing up a lot in these opening chapters, so don't get used to them. And you pick up items from enemies, which is materials and such, which you can use to craft stronger weapons. But only certain party members can, like Aya can't do it, but Edward now can.
There's something different about him.
Leanne, why would one be here?
Leanne?
You really don't know anything, do you?
So aristos are like upper class people, everyone else is called a Meeg.
Hey, how should I know? It's not like I have any noble relatives.
Well then, I guess you wouldn't know.
It has been ages, Lord Sigmund.
It is good to see you are safe, Honorable Savio.
You know him?
His legend travels far and wide under the name Starseer. In Burgess, even a toddler would know this.
Starseer?
He sees the future.
And he sees our face and all the aristos dying, and then he freaks out. And aristos are denoted by the halo on their back. Savio is then like, damn, bro, why aren't you using lunar glyphs? You know, those things that help us use magic to see in the dark. And Capella's like, I am an unblessed, someone who doesn't have a lunar glyph. As depending on the moon's phase when a baby is born, it determines the power of their lunar glyph. But if you're born during a new moon, you don't receive any power and are called an unblessed, and everyone hates them. Sigmund is also apparently like us and doesn't use his lunar glyphs, and so we eventually reach the top where Sigmund is fighting some soldiers from the Order of the Chains. Okay, so I gotta say it, you have a game using chains and moon phases, and your game's name is Infinite Undiscovery? You discover, you undiscover, so you infinite undiscover things? Bro, you are not smart for thinking this. And as you'll see by the end of the video, it will make more sense for this game to have chains in the title or moon something. It really does not make any sense, and how annoying it is to say probably didn't help its sales. And yeah, then this witch Saranda goes, okay, I'm gonna boost you up and you have to fight this guy, where luckily Sigmund will help and he has infinite HP. I get it.
What are you talking about?
And also, you'll now have these situation bonuses, where you get rewards like items or a bunch of XP for completing the boss in usually a time limit, but it also could be things like, oh, don't use Capel for the final blow. Again, a guide told me all of this. There is no quest log in the game, no way to check what this requirement is. I'm guessing the devs thought you would be happy going, oh wow, I beat the boss so quick, a prize for me on my Xbox 360? So Sigmund cuts the chains.
Yeah, but Sigmund is cutting it, right?
He's doing the impossible.
But this activates Sigmund's story death flag.
Eugene even warned him that he could collapse at any moment. But Sigmund kept on insisting on destroying the chains.
Oh.
Capel, I offer you my thanks. But this is a battlefield. You must...
Join us!
What?
Just doesn't know himself well enough yet. I know he can help us. I'm certain of it.
That's my decision.
You keep quiet.
But don't I have a say in this?
It's not merely fighting ability. I sense that he possesses a far more wondrous power.
What power? How can he possess power if he doesn't even want to wield a sword?
Wielding a sword isn't everything.
Aya, you're not making any sense.
Yeah.
Quiet, you!
Oh. If he joins us, he won't receive any more special treatment.
Yes.
What? Ow!
Thank you, my lord. Congratulations, Capel.
Congratulations?
Burgess!
And I decided to check what the guide said at this point. Holy crap, no new girls? Come on, Tri-Ace, you can do better than that. This is where I would ask popular YouTubers who watch this channel to do guest voices.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
And now the game will ask you to set up your party, because in the field and dungeons, you can't swap out your party, and yet again, I have no idea where to go, so the wonderful guide helps me out. As we head back to Rico and Rucha's town, there are now optional things where you can talk to Sigmund, he'll teach you some new flute songs, showing you that he knows how to blow wind out, but if you didn't know about this, you could easily miss it. So I farmed a bit, and it goes on like this as we head to Burgestad.
My Sigmund! Woohoo!
They're in love!
Rucha? Hey, leave him alone!
Michelle, is that you?
Oh, I'm so glad everyone's all right. Enough! Let go of him! Who is this woman?
This is Michelle, an old friend. It's a complicated situation.
What's so complicated about it?
She's an excellent healer and was with us for some time. But after a few things happened, we had to leave her behind in the Halgetian Empire.
My dearest Sigmund, how could you do that? Do you hate me now? You told me that you loved me. They're in love?
No. Now, Michelle, that's enough. Please let go of Capel.
No. Lord Sigmund will just disappear again, leaving me all alone.
You're an adult. Please behave like one.
Hey, you're making him uncomfortable. He looks pretty comfortable to me. Capel, say something to her!
This, feels pretty nice.
Capel!
Nice to see you again, Michelle.
My dearest Sigmund!
Well, she's like this. She caused us so much trouble that I had to quietly leave her behind.
Hey, you're meaner than you look.
Will you leave us too?
So yeah, you're free to wander around the town and do side quests, which are usually talk to the NPC, then you'll fight some monsters or bring them something, and a lot of them are pretty long. Like you'll start in one town and you may finish it in many towns over. Yet, there is no quest log showing you what quests you've completed or what you have active. Man, they really did mean this had 10 years worth of JRPG ideas. They're still including the SNES features. And a lot of these quests are not voiced, but you'll find some character banter here too. These are not actual quests, but the guide will say like, okay, you got to connect with Aya and then walk over to Edward and then you'll get some more development like here. And some of these later on are very important to the lore. I don't know why these are optional and hidden away like they were ashamed of this. And yet they weren't of this.
Not you. I always make these silly mistakes and cause trouble, but I don't mean to upset people.
No, that's not it. You see, until I became a member of the Force, I never really felt close to anyone. Being friends just isn't a familiar concept to me.
You haven't any?
None. No parents either. I was abandoned by my real family, and my adopted parents passed away a long time ago. So naturally, I know nothing about my birth parents.
You poor little thing, you. From now on, I'll be your sister.
My sister?
Well?
No, I'm happy with how it feels to touch.
Huh?
Never mind. I'm just really happy to have a sister.
I see how it is.
So now this is a lunar rite. I guess the Claridian of the town gives Sigmund a new lunar glyph. more magic to use. So I decided to grind doing quests and such, and amusingly the shop here gives you a quest and you cannot buy any more items from the shop until you complete the quest. As the guide says, the best way to earn money is to buy something cheap and you craft it into a stronger thing and sell it back for more money, and you'll craft more and more, improving your crafting level of the character, meaning they can craft better things. And you'll definitely use this mechanic later, so it's a good idea to level it up now. Plus, it's good money. Did you know I forgot to mention in my Akiba's Undead video that the game had Twitch integration? Yeah, that was actually a huge reason I wanted to make the video in the first place, and I just forgot about it! Like, after I uploaded it, I was lying in bed and I did that eye-opening meme from my favorite Christmas movie. It actually has many mechanics if you stream the game, where your chat could influence what happened in the environment with different commands, which is crazy that a game about stripping tried to integrate Twitch functionality in the 2010s. Well, I mean, isn't that what Twitch is all about?
Why are you blushing?
So, 40 minutes later, we head out for the next chain.
It's gonna be an easy win.
Gotcha. Easy win.
And this is where you pick a backup party, where these four will run off on their own. I should mention a couple of things. People in this side that you don't pick will get 50% of the experience. So at this point, you can level up some extra party members if you want, and green characters for some reason you cannot put into your active party. It's never explained why this is all game. And this extra party will usually lead you to the end goal, because this place is very huge and confusing, and your map won't help, so you just follow the leader and they'll take you to the next chain. As the village had a chain drop down and the nearby kingdom didn't help them out. And I will hand it to the game, the enemy designs are pretty unique. I mean, you got giant cacti and snakes and flying not dinosaurs and bear. Oh, bear! Well, we find the village and a chain here, but you gotta destroy these crystals and then you fight the boss before Sigmund is like, Capel, you look like me. Why don't you destroy the chain instead? If I can do it and you look like me, then by all probability, you should be able to cut the chain too.
Did I really just do that?
Dearest Sigmund, you're still pushing yourself too hard.
Hey, Michelle. It's me, Capel.
But didn't you just cut the chain? Oh, my mistake. Sorry, Capel.
No, anytime. Hey, did you just... Yeah. But how? Don't ask me.
Great job, Capel! Bob, Capel!
Well, we find the people who fled the village when the chain dropped, and Edward is like, bro, we gotta go and find more chains. We don't know how to help these people get back to their home. Aya wants to help them out, and so Capel says he will do it.
I guess my escape plan failed.
I don't want to hear that!
Aren't you going with them?
No, Capel. We're coming with you.
That's right. Sigmund told us to keep an eye on you.
God, I love my stupid family so much. Yeah, if you couldn't guess, these four were gonna be my party for the entire game. As we tell the villagers,
Oh, is it true? Are you really going to escort us all?
bro sounds like a Smiling Friends character.
Really do this again and be best friends.
And so begins the escort mission in the 2000s game. Yay! You gotta escort all the villagers on their auto path and keep attacking monsters and make sure none of them die if you want the full rewards. Oh my god, these humans are so weak and the magic enemies hit so hard. And I actually die trying to help. And so you gotta do it all again till you finally get the people home.
Well, I can't find my little brother anywhere.
Your brother?
Hey, she sounds like some low-budget movie actress I know from somewhere.
I don't know her last name. What's her last name?
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't even know what's wrong with her. Who saw her last?
What does that matter?
I don't...
Come back. Safely.
No problem. I'll be careful.
That girl. She's been staring at you, you know.
Really?
Well, we find the kid,
Somebody help me!
and is Laura just doing her Sarah voice and then her Trunks voice too? It's crazy to think that back then, you could get a well-known voice actor now to voice two related characters. Anyway, we saved them.
Is Fina really angry at me?
Oh, yeah. She's furious.
No, don't be silly.
So we reunite the siblings.
I wish that I could somehow repay your kindness, but I have nothing to offer. I don't know what I can do to make it up to you, but I will do anything you ask me to, Capel. Anything.
No, I'm just happy to be a... Wait, did you just say anything?
For you, Capel? Yes. It would be a pleasure. I promise I'll always think of you and pray for your safety.
Okay, and don't forget about anything either.
Hey, sis. I'm really hungry. Huh? Oh, yeah, I forgot. All right. I'm off to prepare dinner. Please, excuse me.
What's with her anyway?
Wow, anything.
Would you stop thinking like that already?
And why are you so snippy?
Do you have to ask?
Hey!
Rico! Rucha!
You're back! We worked real hard.
Good job. Is everyone all right?
Yeah. The houses were messy, but everyone looked happy to be back.
They told us that there isn't too much to fix.
Really? That's great.
We're going to sleep at Thane and Leif's house tonight.
It's dinner time now, so you can come too.
Her place. No one told me about that.
Let's go now. I'm really hungry.
Dinner, 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 dinner.
You're not triplets.
Come on, Aya. There'll be nothing left to eat.
Wait for me!
I was half expecting her to do the jump too. So yep, this entire scene is because Capel, who has never had any friends, now has a girl who maybe might like him, making him dinner, and his kids that he adopted are joyfully wanting dinner. I wonder if this game has bad voice acting. I mean, it does, but not all of it. The scene is fine, you're just taking it out of context. As we eat said dinner...
You and Capel are quite close, aren't you?
What? With him? Oh no. Let's just say he doesn't really meet my standards.
He doesn't? Why not? He's so kind and dependable.
Really?
I am.
I think he's more like a kid brother I need to look out for.
So, he's more like a brother, huh? Well, that's good.
Huh? What's that?
Oh, nothing. I didn't mean to say anything. I mean, I didn't say anything. Don't mind me, really. Please try this dish. It's really good.
Well, the village is safe now, so let's meet up with Sigmund again.
Promise me that we'll meet again.
Oh, of course. You said that you'd...
Snap out of it, Capel!
And so the old man teaches us now about enchanting, which I'll get into later because I didn't think it had much use now, but you can buff yourself up using items and craft them onto yourself, and they have this time limit till expiry. And yeah, if you decide to ignore all conventions, just head back into the village, you will actually get some extra lore. Like Aya saying most Claridians were killed by the Order, even the one that was meant to protect this village. So it's up to the local army to help out, but they didn't for some reason. And so you finally head out where you go along, and then you'll take a break, and you, the dutiful house husband, have to pick up firewood for the group.
Great song. What's it called?
I wrote it myself. It's entitled The Slovenly Serenade.
Bruh.
I shouldn't have asked. You didn't want my help at Grodd, so why did you come with us?
You told me to escape for your sake. I thought that it was a funny thing to say.
That's it?
You were also blunt self-centered, and even a bit...
Gee, thanks.
I'm just tired of things like lying and running away all the time.
We've got to keep fighting.
I think you try too hard.
You could try a little harder, you know?
Hey, I might not look it, but I'm doing my best, okay?
Really?
So you reach Fayel where the Emir rules over the place.
Is anything wrong, Aya?
I need to go somewhere.
Go somewhere?
Bye.
Maybe the bathroom?
As you talk to cats with Rico and upgrade your weapons at the shops, where if you couldn't craft weapons outside, the shops still sell weapons that you can buy instead, but always a lower tier from what you could craft at any time. As we learn that Edward is getting a lunaglyph from Fayel.
She's the next in line for succession.
I guess she wasn't in the bathroom.
Yep, the aggressive Aya is the princess of Fayel, where the Emir doesn't like Aya hanging out with Sigmund.
Aristos rule and oversee, while Meigs and Unblessed enjoy the peace we create. That is the way it must be.
I don't share your view.
Please listen to him. Your father understands you more than you realize.
No, he doesn't. He's an aristo. They can't understand feelings. It's all logic and reason. That's why I don't ever want to become one. Capel! That was a beautiful song. What's it called?
Fleeing Dog Rhapsody.
I shouldn't have asked.
So Aya says Meigs turn into Aristos, where a ceremony will reborn you into one with a halo on your back, giving you more power, but you lose your compassion. And so to cheer her up,
The name of this song is...
Stop right there. I don't want to know.
but then we meet.
Please! Please help me! It's me, Gina. Don't you remember me?
Well, actually, I'm not Sigmund.
It's the useless lookalike. Oops! I'm sorry. That was just a slip of the tongue.
She wants us to find Gustav, Aya's pet bear. Bear?
So I'm worried that he might be captured by some evil hunters. Then they'll turn poor Gustav into bear stew and eat him! What'll I do if I have to serve our princess bear stew for dinner?
Bear stew.
Like a slobbering dog, but even stupider. What's wrong with me?
You're not going to help too?
That's right. Because unlike you, I have to work for my keep.
I love her so much. And if you decide to not find the bear and go back into the castle, you get optional lore about Edward. But all you had to do to find the bear was talk to this NPC, and now you can look for it. Where you gotta find Gustav with the help of this girl, Dominica.
Huh?
Dominica. I'm a mercenary.
And you really did earn your paycheck, Laura.
Where are you guys going?
Just for a walk.
Can I go?
Next time.
It's actually amusing despite being the first dubbing role of this new Shanghai company. The voice acting for the English side is still uncredited. Yep, no credit for all their work. And only some roles now people have worked out who the voice actors are because they're famous and you can tell they sound similar, but I'll never know who voiced her.
Thank you so much, Dominica. Now you too, Capel.
So Gustav and Dominica join us.
Are you coming along too?
But think of all the food he'll eat.
Okay, we go together. All right, goodbye, Gina.
Good luck on your mission, Your Highness.
You know, if this game was as popular as FF10, this would have been an insanely popular ship. So we head out to the next chain where it's actually a good place to grind because you have unkillable NPCs helping and everyone will get XP from the kills if they're on the field. So them killing the monsters gets you XP. And Sigmund is like, oh, I can't cut the chains anymore. You're gonna do it for me now.
The rite triggered many memories. Those best forgotten, as well as those that should never have been forgotten.
Memories?
I found what's important to me. No matter what happens, I'll protect you, Capel.
Thank you, my lord.
I trust you.
What was Lord Sigmund saying to you just now?
We were just talking about what to prepare for dinner tonight.
Our lord wouldn't discuss such trivial matters. Don't get so big-headed. You were just lucky before. I'm the one he relies on, so mind your place.
Jeez, man, I ain't taking your spot. It doesn't pay me any money. I just want to play my flute. You keep it. So now to another dungeon where you'll set up 3 parties, and it's very cool because when you reach certain spots, your allies will arrive and pick off enemies that you can't reach. Like you all feel as though you're all exploring the castle together, like a big MMO raid. And yeah, Sigmund was mandatory in my party here, as you have these puzzles like finding these keys, hitting the right orbs, and hitting these mirrors to bounce some light. You also have to fight your clones, which is pretty hard because they are actually your clones at the time. Same level and moves. I found that ganging up on one of them with the focus tactic helped, and you spam Y to keep calling for healing. And if you die, which will happen a lot, you gotta run a long way back to retry from your save point. Although nothing is as bad as that first dungeon, which flashbangs you with the difficulty. I'm sure a lot of people dropped the game back then. The save points become more generous, but it's still annoying if you keep dying a lot because you're not a pro gamer, even though you're playing it on normal difficulty. And so on the top, you fight the big boss, Leonid, the Dread Knight. Yes, we finally see the true evil villain of the game. And he just utters something about being chosen by a god, where you gotta fight surrenders, powered up humans like before, while Sigmund fights Leonid. Which is annoying because this powered up human just keeps teleporting around and you can never do a long combo, but you win and Surrender runs off as you then help Sigmund fight Leonid, which you don't have to really do much for you to win, as Sigmund tells you to destroy the chain. But Leonid does an anime move and notices us. Sigmund, for some reason, really starts to care about us now, so jumps in the way to save us.
Don't rely on the power of the moon. You can become strong by being who you are.
Being who I am? What do you mean?
Capel, protect this world.
Lord Sigmund!
But he can't. Ah! Sigmund!
And so Sigmund dies, the invincible leader gone for good. As we destroy the chain, and so Capel,
The one who died today was merely the musician, Capel. Sigmund the Liberator is still here, standing beside you.
man, this kid really just jumped into that role pretty easily. So Capel will pretend to be Sigmund and keep taking down the chains, much to the annoyance of some of the party who still love Sigmund. And thus ends Disc 1. Yep, the games are so long back then you got another disc. The power of Xbox gaming. As now Capel has to pretend to be Sigmund.
Capel, stand up straight. Remember, you're Sigmund now.
So you wear the big armor and see how your team is faring.
Damn! This is a nightmare. I'll never accept you as a successor.
Because my mom went through it, and she got rid of all my yaoi.
Everything you do irritates me.
And you see how each party member is reacting, either accepting or rejecting you, with Balbagon actually just leaving the party because his beloved Sigmund is gone, as we head out to the next chain, where Capel says, oh, we should round up some more people to join, but Edward wants us to proceed onward, acting as the self-imposed leader, where we had to go to Port Zala, and I did some grinding, which required me to look up guides extensively to see what materials I needed to get better weapons.
Wonder how Thane is doing. I hope she hasn't forgotten her promise.
Oh my god, bro, you're meant to be Sigmund. Stop thinking with your pants! And it is very annoying to try and remember which weapon each person has equipped. Like, you gotta see what they have on, and then you want to see which one to swap it out. As you have so many party members, and only Edward and Eugene can make the strong weapon. So say if you want to upgrade Rico and Rucha, I have to check, okay, they have their weapons on them in town. Then you set a party with Edward and Eugene. Then you gotta go out to the field, as you cannot craft in towns. So then you're outside and you craft the weapon, and then you run back into the town. Then you can check and equip him onto Rico and Rucha, and then you rinse and repeat for every character. It's like, why, oh, why is this so complicated? I even had to take notes down to remind myself, okay, this is their current weapon that I need to upgrade. Okay, so I go out and see, oh, the upgrade needs this item. Okay, I go back into town, then buy the upgrade, then run back out, and then craft it like an old school game. And then you can fail the crafting. Yeah, your resources get used up as there's a random chance you fail. And it happens more on the higher weapons, with them also taking even longer time to craft the weapons. You just sit there waiting, just pointless time waiting, trying again and again. If this was a PS1 or PS2 era JRPG, I would excuse it because that was the norm on the console era. This was meant to be the next big new thing on the next gen consoles. They said this would innovate the genre. You wanted people to buy a green machine in Japan for this game to show how this was a modern evolution of JRPGs? Oh man, that Gears of War Joe ain't gonna enjoy this. He might pop the disc out and put Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball Extreme 2 back in. But it wasn't annoying enough to make me hate the game, it was just tedium. I've seen many games from this era streamline things, so this was crazy to me as a game where the console has players who I think wouldn't be playing JRPGs, and you hit them with this. I mean, technically, they wouldn't even know about this if they didn't look up a GameFAQs guide. So you head through some mines, then you reach the port, which has the town half destroyed as a chain has been causing a tsunami.
Everyone! The Liberator's come to save us! The Liberator's gonna save this town!
Liberator! Save us, please!
You are who I think you are, right?
Yes. I'm the Liberator. Capel.
And this was another annoyance where the guide is telling me, okay, you gotta connect with your party and then talk to the others, but I'm like, where are they in the town? Oh, hiya, where art thou? The map doesn't show any of this, and you only know someone is in a house if you go near it on the map, and you don't even know who is inside. You don't even know how big the town is on the map. You can't buy a town map to unlock for you. Like, they added this feature of connecting with people with the NPCs, but they didn't think to, update the other features to accompany it. IGN were right when they said this game was playable but misguided. But on the other hand, the story is actually really ramping up, because look who's here.
Yeah, we're peddlers now.
Wow. Sounds like you two have been pretty busy.
Feina's been working really hard so she can meet up with her beloved Capel again. Isn't that right, sis? Rafe, why did you say that? Capel, just ignore him, okay? Well, you don't have to totally ignore everything. Oh, what am I saying? Capel, if you need something, you just let me know. We've got quite a lot, and what I don't have, I can find for you. I'd be happy to sell you anything. Anything at all.
Yeah, sure. But it's going to cost me, right?
Be careful.
You too. Oh, and Feina, don't forget that you promised you'd do anything for me.
If someone outside saw this, it would be like suddenly seeing Sigmund, who goes to church every week, now trying to pay for someone's OnlyFans. He wouldn't do this, Capel. What are you doing? Oh man, if Aya overhears this, Capel ain't making it out alive. Why the heck did I write this? Oh, she has wood! Yeah, so a thing to upgrade some weapons, mostly Aya's, is wood. And turns out you can't actually buy this from the shops. So, those free vouchers I told you to claim? They're actually made to help you with the grinding, because if you didn't have them, a lot of these items for materials you wouldn't have been able to buy in the shops, and you would have to go out and farm them from monsters. Yep, the crafting was even more grindy without this free DLC, and people were praying for Tri-Ace to add Voucher C that would let you buy wood in the stores, which they never did. So I was happy she had it here. And this dungeon is not a dungeon, it's just straight up the boss fight with the chain. As you got this guy with the fish and you gotta keep fighting him and then hide behind the cover when the tsunami hits. And only when he's taken enough damage can you attack the chain. And we saved the port.
Thank goodness you're all right. Capel! Capel! Capel!
Where am I?
Thank goodness, Capel, you're awake. Oh, I was so worried about you.
Now there's another thing in this game which I really wouldn't have noticed if not for our lovely guide. Oh, you. Where our characters have traits that don't do that much. I think. Maybe. Like you get them to the story, or with these extra lore bits that I told you connecting with someone to talk to someone else, it unlocks a trait for the character, which you will see here. Like Capel, he has a trait where he loves over-emotional and angsty girls. Oh honey, you have no chance. But yeah, I don't really know if this actually does anything. I would assume it means Capel gets stronger if Aya is in the party with him, but this is never told to you. And every character has many traits, and you can change them by doing this connect thing, talking to people, or sometimes you'll even get these full cutscenes, like you'll get Dominica to talk to Rucha, and yet none of these are voiced. So now the people argue who should be the leader.
Just shut up! An imposter should know to stay out of the way!
His title isn't what matters. Stop calling him an imposter!
Enough from you! Sigmund chose me, not him! This lunaglyph of fire is proof. He chose me. Me to be his successor!
Stop trying to be someone else! Be a hero by being you! Wait, Edward! Don't just walk away! I can't understand why he acts like that.
But I like Edward. He's really nice to me.
Oh, not now, kiddos! Well, Michelle... You then learn about how Sigmund saved Edward's town from a chain, and he adored him. And Edward is so mad that Sigmund died and we took his place, and that Edward didn't get to be the successor. And so onward to the next city. Yeah, this is 100% a Tales of Berseria song. He really just whipped out his Tales of OST for this game. Wait a minute. Berseria came out after this game. Maybe he thought no one played this game, so he could reuse the motif in Berseria, and thus now introduces one of the worst gameplay segments that will be reoccurring: invisible enemies.
Ghosts!
Well, not really, but you remember you're the flute boy. You can make the invisible visible, as your allies cannot see what's happening. So in battle, you gotta hold X and make them visible for a few seconds, then your allies can attack, and you rinse and repeat. By the way, at this point, you cannot attack the enemies for some reason, only your allies. The game gets to how to fix that later, as now we tell everyone that we are Sigmund.
Are you really Sigmund the Liberator?
Huh? Well, I'm Sigmund.
While Edward's hand glows in reaction to that invisible enemy. Bro, someone walking in on this is gonna get the wrong idea.
But I said I was sorry.
I guess I'll have to forgive you.
But then it seems like
It's raining again.
light rains down from the moon and seems to make everyone feel refreshed.
Having a good time, imposter? Enjoying the view? Looks like the Liberator is hard at work, as usual.
Ed!
God, he's so goofy. But then the power of hatred consumes him and he collapses. So now you gotta find someone to help Edward, and this kid that you saved from the invisible enemy earlier will take you there.
You heard me. You won't find anyone in this unfriendly place.
Oh,
You've
I
gotta
ain't
go
using
to
you
Halkida.
ever again. But you might want to. Because you may have noticed many, and I mean many, locked treasure chests throughout the game. What do you mean you didn't notice because I didn't point it out? Oh, I didn't know I had to do that too for you. Well, what you're meant to do now is when you have Vic here, you go back and unlock them all. Oh, so that means they will unlock a fast travel to get later so you can go back to the towns easier? So after noticing Aya wears red undergarments because that is key to the plot, and so to go to Halgita, you take this teleporter and see more of the
Pretty lights.
as you run through another winding area where you arrive at the palace in one of the biggest areas in the game, where it's so huge and even more annoying because I cannot work out where my party is. 3 whole floors and I've lost the kids again! And so we meet the queen.
And you have returned.
Laura, no, you're getting greedy now. Another voice? So then we meet Sigmund's friends. Okay, that's pretty easy to dodge them. Vic loudly tells us that we can find some hermit in the woods to help Edward. So back into the Timberlands we go and fight a chimera and die because it keeps charging me. The save point is also, by the way, back at the castle. Well, I go back and finally try enchanting my weapons, which will boost my team's attack. That can fail too! Try Ace when I get you!
Something's not right.
Well, we meet the healer Kyria, who was a student of Savio, and now tells us some Giga lore with no music. He mentions how to erase a lunaglyph from someone is to turn back time on their body, making them reborn as a baby. And the Aristo's body allows them to hold lunaglyph's powers, like with the rites we saw, and Aristo's bodies can survive with that power. But see, Edward, he has no wings on his back. So when he got that fire right, it was too much for his body, and it's now breaking down under that power. And if too much power, you either die, or another thing happens.
What are you getting at?
Vermification.
Vermification?
Second floor basement.
What's that mean?
Just get to the point.
Vermification is a transformation into a living monster. An invisible vermiform.
Then what about Ed?
If weak, he dies. If strong, he becomes a monster. Neither option is a good one.
No!
That is for helping him.
So we gotta give him the suppressant, but turns out this becomes one of the big land will evolve over time things that the devs was talking about. You see that rain? You remember it was really cool looking? Well, now when it hits your party, anyone with lunaglyphs will grow some halos, meaning they become more stronger. But there's levels to how much rain they can take, and the longer you stay in it, the more corrupt they get. And they will turn evil and invisible and attack you, and you have to fight them. Yep, even more busy work. And now more areas of the map you go back to will have this rain, making it very annoying to go through the land. Oh, it sure did evolve. Masterful work, Tri-Ace. I get what they were saying, trying to make you feel more scared about going through this place, and the lunaglyphs, oh, I can't trust them. But I can't even sit here crafting because remember, you have to be in the field to craft weapons, and I'm growing wings because remember, the game doesn't pause when you craft. And even if you go back into town and go back out, their wings stay the same. You got to use these limited items to heal them. So now I just didn't want it to interact with anything with the rain, and I just ran through all these zones. I'm not going to stay out in the rain fighting enemies when my party could turn invisible. Reminder, Capel can't even hit the invisible enemies yet. I also learned that Rico's crafting, he can make some more songs for you, which do have some uses, but yeah, you never really need anything apart from the base invisible flute song to beat the game. As now you run back and find Edward turning evil, so you gotta fight 3 phases of him before the time limit expires, which means using the flute, but wait, you can't attack. Oh, you remember how I told you if you hold down a button in a combo, you do a special ability and you can swap them out? Well, you have to equip this one specifically, connect with Aya, and then use it, and now your sword will glow, and now you can attack. Oh, what's that? You took too long and he's invisible again? Well, you gotta disconnect Aya because you can't press X with her connected, and then you whip out the flute to make him visible, and then you can all attack. And don't forget to keep spamming Y to heal. Yeah, I did not enjoy these invisible fights because when I died, I had to run through the forest all over again because there's no save points in the city. But when we win, we see Edward's past and how Sigmund saved him.
Why is it that everyone can just accept his death? He's gone. He's left us. What should I do now? What can I do? Damn it. Edward! Damn it! Lord Sigmund! Stand up! Who is it? Stand up, Edward! Come on!
So I guess we save him, and now it becomes that rival character that's good. You know, you've seen that many times. You literally saw it in the last video.
Let those with lunaglyphs fight. They are able. We don't belong on the battlefield. Let only those worthy of the battle join it.
What's wrong with being glyphless?
Oh, take it easy,
Are
Capel.
you saying it's such a bad thing to be without one?
What's gotten into you?
Listen to me. You can live just fine without a lunaglyph.
What's wrong, Capel?
Yeah, well, I don't have a lunaglyph.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that I'm an unblessed.
Wait, I thought people knew Capel was unblessed. You know, Capel doesn't have a halo on his back. Was it not known to the whole party? Okay.
Why didn't you share your most important secret with me? Why'd you hide it? You've got this all backwards. First, you tell me. Then you tell the others.
Oh yeah, always tell the GF first. All right, got it.
Get in here now! You have something to say, don't you?
Ed.
Come on, speak up.
Sorry about earlier.
Why are you apologizing?
Because...
Give me a chance to apologize too. All I wanted was to be perfect. But I should have known that I could never be perfect while weighed down with thoughts like that. I might make the same mistake again. But it would be an honor to fight alongside you. Please.
No way. Well, I always run from trouble.
No more running away for you.
Ow, I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
And after that romantic scene...
You look awfully happy.
Huh? Do I look weird?
No, not at all. Mind if I sit next to you? Aya told me everything. Lunaglyphs? So we're the same, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
This makes me so happy. I've always wanted it to be like this.
Really?
You kept this to yourself?
Yeah.
You should have trusted your friends.
I'm, not very good at trusting.
Why don't you practice?
Huh?
Practice with me.
What does that have to do with trust? That is definitely something else. Are you sure?
Well, I did promise I'd do anything for you.
Wait, so that's what you really meant?
For you. Capel, I like you. And what about you?
Well,
Sorry for interrupting you two.
Hello, Aya. It's a nice day today, huh?
You look like you're having fun.
Yes, we are. Aren't we, Capel?
What? Oh, yes. Kind of.
Excuse me while I intrude on your special moment, but I need to borrow Capel for a bit. I am very sorry.
Hey, that hurts. You don't have to drag me all over.
Just keep your mouth shut. You're absolutely useless around women.
God, I love cringy JRPGs so much. So now we can go to Helgita, or it's crafting time, where, yep, I'm writing down all the materials I need. Oh yeah, you better believe there's more failures, meaning I gotta get the same materials again. But at least it's only for the 4 party members I use it for, because I don't think I'll be using any of the other characters by this point. And so, 1 hour, wow, I really did this for 1 hour. It felt like time just flew. We are ready for Helgita. And turns out the lunar rain is causing people to turn into those invisible monsters. So now you gotta run straight to the queen's room. Yep, ignore all that tasty experience. You just gotta go straight up. Remember, this is one of the biggest maps in the game. 3 flights of stairs. And so we find Leonid asking Savala, the queen, to join him.
You're mad.
And this other guy named Held, these two, the priest characters, they remember him, is part of Leonid's evil crew. But Leonid is too strong, and he yaps on about how the moon is giving him more power to be a god. As we faint, and in our dreams, we see Savala turning someone into... as some white-haired kid is watching. And Savala now is like, take this ninja and his retainer and add them to your team. Yeah, it's like they keep adding all these party members, but then it becomes so disjointed because now in the cutscenes, you don't see every character you want. Like, the twins are barely shown in any of these cutscenes in the game. They just forgot about them. So not every character gets all that screen time anymore, and I didn't enjoy that part.
You're not really Sigmund, are you?
Well, usually I'm called Lord Sigmund.
Great.
Sorry, you remind me of the Liberator.
Really?
Yes, but just your face.
Oh, my face.
I shall fight by your side to the very end. You may order me to do anything, my lord.
Anything?
Capel.
No. Never mind.
The heck, the Xbox controller can go to sleep and dim the screen? I'm in a cutscene. My controller's plugged in. Don't do that. Imagine if that happened when you played Metal Gear Solid. That would actually save your power bill. And so we have another one-on-one with Savala, who says she's like a mother to Capel.
What is it?
I will promise.
I promise.
To try and destroy the chains.
To destroy every chain.
And hopefully come back alive.
I shall return alive. It's a promise.
Will you believe me?
Will you trust me, Empress?
What? Your Majesty?
You two are so different, yet so similar.
Huh?
I trust you. I will trust you and wait for your return, so you must come back to me safely.
I'll try.
Such an unusual boy. He not only bears Sigmund's likeness, he also... Impossible.
Who is she talking to?
Why are you blushing?
What? It's nothing, I swear!
So the next chain is north of the Timberlands, and I talked to some cats, which I thought was very amusing, as Rico couldn't understand them because they spoke ye old English. So on to the next chain, and we have spiders?
They may be shaped like spiders, but they are monstrous in size.
Huh?
Like them.
Bugs! Disgusting!
I'll spare you the spider shenanigans as we go through and fight the boss.
I wonder if they taste good cooked.
Are you serious?
Our mom is terrific at cooking those things.
They're yummy boiled.
Your mother cooks these. I can't believe it.
And so outside we find that Held guy where he fights us, but he says he wants to be the new evil villain. And then that witch Saranda comes in and goes, no, you learn your place, and overloads him with lunaglyph powers. So his body breaks down and he goes invisible. And yeah, you gotta do the invisible fighting, while he also has these very annoying AoE attacks.
Now go have fun.
Hey, can we run away too?
What are you saying? Make him visible to us now!
So Savio is sad at his apprentice.
But I couldn't change his heart.
He wasn't given enough love from his parents.
You're not being supportive.
And we beat the chain and free this kingdom.
I shall grant it to the extent of my power. Is there anything you desire?
Anything?
Is that all you can think about?
So now we wish for the Queen to warn her citizens about the bad effects of lunar rain, how it's bad to anyone with lunar glyphs. And Faina now is going back to her village.
Always be there to save you both from trouble.
Yes, I trust you.
Count on me.
Thank you. This means it's a promise.
I promise.
But now we hear that Aya's dad wants us to help, so we head all the way back there, which goes through Colton, that snow place, and the guide is like, okay, there's this extra law for Michelle. That character, Michelle, not even the main one. And okay, this for the first time is now fully voiced randomly, I guess, where this guy Christopher keeps calling her darling. And then you follow up on this going to the church to get even more lore on Michelle, her upbringing and such.
Our friends don't care about whether someone is a Meeg or an Aristo, what color their skin is, where they were born, if they almost became a monster, or if they don't have a lunaglyph. Those things don't matter to us.
Oh, no. What a fool I've been about all of this. You taught me something new today, Capel. Maybe I should teach you something in return.
Well, I'm heading to
the... they like bang in the church or something? And so we tell the King of Colton what we want to do, and he says, okay, take these two characters, Christopher and Seraphina, who's like a robot.
Oh, my darling Seraphina. How could I have announced myself first when I should have given you that honor? Perhaps I made you jealous by speaking to another woman?
I do not understand. You are illogical.
Wait, you're calling her darling? But what about Michelle? What was the point of that fully voiced scene that was so important that I had to hear the voice acting call her darling? This side character, and now he just doesn't interact with her in the main story for the rest of the game? I know it was optional, but it feels so odd for him to just move on from her now. And yeah, it is very late in the game. I really don't think adding new characters is going to add anything to the party dynamic, and most people are not going to use them at this point. I didn't spend all that time grinding for weapons just to throw these characters away. My beloved family. So we head back the way we came to Fael, where we can see, oh no, the lunar rain. Does that mean we gotta run through that big desert and there's a chance that my party will go evil? And then, instead, if you talk to Aya optionally, you will learn that when Capel was little, he was taken in by a bad person and kept in a cage. You're joking, right? You're joking, right? But it turns out Gustav, the lovable bear, well, if you put him in your party, he's so big he takes up 2 slots, but his connectability lets you ride him. Yeah, actually, if you have another character in your party, he will throw you off because he gets jealous or something. So you only have him and Capel, and he doesn't have a lunaglyph like you, so you can actually ride him safely through the desert in the big old cowboy stance, and it's the best way to quickly go back the way you came. If I remember the right way to go back. One good thing about having the map not fully shown is that you can just follow the green parts to be like, oh, I just gotta go on the same parts that I already traveled. I don't need to unlock any more of the map. So Aya and Capel explain to the Emir about vermiforms.
So our plan has backfired on us.
What plan?
We have been conducting rites for citizens to increase their lunaglyph strength, so that they may battle these monsters on their own.
What?
The number of people with increased lunaglyph strength is growing day by day.
So, a massive outbreak may occur?
Daughter, I shall trust you on this matter.
Bro, can't even say his own daughter's name. But then the Emir is like, we can't send the guards to that town with the unblessed, the village of Faina, because, they're unblessed. Ew. So Capel gets mad and runs out.
Capel, wait for me!
Capel?
Oh no.
This is bad. Faina! Leave!
Capel, stop! You can't do this alone!
What's wrong?
Out of my way!
Calm down. What's going on?
So we gotta run all the way there to Faina and make sure you watch out for the random elevation in the terrain. And yep, the vermiforms have killed most of the town.
Snap out of it, Capel. We can't see them. You have to lead us. Damn! They may have been humans once, but we've no choice but to fight them! Ah!
And so we try to find the survivors and see. Then...
Capel! Hey, Capel!
didn't you call him? Tell him to go inside right now!
What? Run! Leif! Over here!
I'll shoot! Tell me where!
There, behind Leif! Just shoot straight ahead! Move! Get out of our way!
What's going on?
There's another one right over there!
Leif!
Fena!
Am I going to die? Like this?
You won't! It's not gonna happen! Don't worry, I'll take you to my friends. They'll heal you. It'll be okay.
No. I don't want to die. I've spent my life being rejected and despised everywhere. Then I finally met you, and at last, I could do some good.
No! Don't say anything else! Fena? Fena!
Leif, your sister has finally found someone she loves.
Please don't die on me! You can't! Don't die! Leif, why? Why did this happen?
Stop! Capel, stop! Please stop! We don't have time for tears now. There may still be survivors. Snap out of it, Capel!
Not to break the mood, but I think you hit him too much throughout the game, Aya, so that's not gonna work. And thus begins the Arc of Capel,
But it's because of the glyphs that...
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Maybe it would be better for everybody if all people with lunaglyphs were to have died instead.
Capel.
Joker Arc.
It's a joke.
And yeah, I don't know why people go, huh, funny dinner scene. Oh, the voice acting in this game sucks. Capel's VA did such a good job in this scene. I could feel that emotion throughout the game, and now this tonal change as we head back to the Emir, who's going to arrest us because we pretended to be Sigmund. But Capel is like, I don't care, I'm just gonna leave, I don't care for politics, I need to save the world. Then Balbagon reappears to join up to help us escape the city, and now our goal is to run straight to the Order of Change stronghold and defeat Leonid. And yep, you got a new Capel, where every voice line in the game, all the attacks you've been hearing throughout,
Expect losses.
have now been redone with his edgy new voice. Yep, every single grunt, every single incidental voicing for yelling for healing, his special moves, all have now a grittier voice. They really went above and beyond to make you feel this new Capel with that death affecting him. So as we head to Colton, the Emir appears randomly going, yeah, okay, you can trust these guys.
I believe that their work will benefit my people in the end. so matters of money are irrelevant. Furthermore, I wish to show...
Show what?
As you are aware, my daughter is a member of the Liberation Force. I wish to show her that I care.
Damn, you can't even say your daughter's name and you're trying to win her back? But then, Saranda appears and tries to attack Aya, but the Amir takes the hit and dies. Damn, Aya, you couldn't shoot quick enough to save Faina, and now your dad dies saving you? Oh, that sucks. But we head to the Queen Zavala, who wants to tell us something important, some super lore, that a king had a son born during a lunar eclipse, so there was no moon at all, meaning even though they were a prince, they were unblessed. And as law dictated, the king had to exile his son, and then his wife died due to the heartache, and so that king came to Zavala, asking her to erase his lunar glyph. And that means being reverted back to a baby. And their queen nurtured that baby till he grew up, and this baby was Sigmund. But then you leave and you can do the main story, but if you decide to optionally turn around, head back in...
Capel, you arrived at the perfect moment.
Oh wow, extra lore, huh? She goes, I want you to kill Leonid, because when she was babifying Sigmund, that lunar glyph power went into the 10-year-old child with white hair. But he didn't die. He somehow controlled that immense power, and so believed he was a god. And this was Leonid, the villain of the whole game. This was his origin story.
And he is my son.
Oh my god, this was all optional lore! Try Ace, please never do this type of storytelling again! So now you head to the Order of Change Stronghold, which is a lengthy dungeon.
Are there really ghosts here? Maybe I can see Dad.
Rucha, no! This dungeon involves some puzzles and bosses, and puzzles, you gotta pick apart this riddle to walk through the right doors with the color coding, and since you save pretty far, you then gotta go all the way back once you defeat a mini boss, just so you don't have to redo it again. As the final boss of the dungeon is that witch Saranda, which to be fair, it's not a difficult fight because your whole team fights here, which is unfair to her. You can just spam healing from afar and let the AI fight her as you win and cut the chain. But as we escape, we get split off from the party and then trapped with...
But not yet!
And so you gotta truck on through to meet up back again. I really, really love when the games always split up the party and make you by yourself in a game where you're focused on a big party. Please JRPGs never do this again. And there is a save point here. But I probably shouldn't have saved here because turns out Genma, that ninja who's a traveling shop and healer, he was actually at the start of this tunnel. I forgot to buy stuff from him, so then I decided to run all the way back and try to find if he was still there because I needed more revive items and he wasn't there. Oh, so okay, the next boss is a dragon and I got no revives. Yay. So you gotta run into this corner which will limit the extra monster spawns and you gotta wait for him to land so you can attack him, but he hit so hard and I thought I was done. The game was over. I had no way to get more items since I was stuck with this party. I can't craft any more revives, I can't buy any more. But turns out then, you gotta use the manual healing, like you opening up the menu to heal your allies in real time, which is pretty slow, but it's very helpful in these major bosses, as you use those healing items to keep them alive, and since my party is mostly ranged, they can attack instead. Also, he's flying, so I can't do anything. It's so annoying because they couldn't have made some items beyond a hotkey access. You gotta go into so many menus every time to heal in real time.
We will defeat the Dread Knight. We will liberate the moon. But still, that's not going to bring true peace back to this world. Lunaglyphs are the real problem. If we didn't have them, there wouldn't be any vermiforms. We'd be better off without the cursed things. Don't you agree?
Hey.
Look at me. I'm fine without one. And Faina and Leif would still be here if it weren't for lunaglyphs.
Capel.
Cursed glyphs.
Let's take it step by step. First the chain, and then Leonid.
And so the party try to cheer up Capel in their own way, and then
I didn't care about Leonid or the chain anymore. Only about ending her life.
When I saw her, I realized that I was wrong. It's ironic that I ended up learning something from her.
Why is it wrong?
Huh?
What's so wrong with revenge? It's the only thing I can think about.
Really?
Fena, Leif, and all the people of Sapron, and Sigmund? I hate the Dread Knight! But it's more than that. I hate this world! I want to smash every single piece of it!
Capel.
I can't stop these feelings. They keep building and building. Lunaglyphs are to blame. They must be stamped out.
You need to talk about this stuff before it builds up. Don't keep it inside.
Man, I wish the lip syncing matched the great voice acting.
You don't tell me everything.
I don't have to.
Hey, that's not fair.
Yes, it is. Don't run away. You can tell me anything.
Thank you.
I got it.
What?
From here on, I'll fight for you, Capel.
Huh?
Remember? Saranda said that she fought for Leonid. I hate her, but just like her, I want to have someone that I can fight for.
And that's me?
Doesn't that make you happy?
Yes, of course it does. But are you sure about that?
How am I supposed to know? I don't know. Even I don't understand my own feelings. So, why don't you let me figure them out?
So the camera fades, and then...
Isn't it a great morning?
You look awfully happy today.
Looks like getting rid of everything pent up inside helped me relax.
I think I prefer you this way, Capel.
Did something happen? Well, I guess that's one way to fix Capel's mood up.
Anything?
So Capel is back to normal. The voice lines are all back. As yep, we got the final battle. I'm gonna grind for weapons for a bit. But turns out some of these weapons you cannot grind because now I needed some lizard scales, which you can only get by farming enemies somewhere. You know, somewhere. With Lunar Rain. Especially with no fast travel, I ain't going there, so this is as good as it gets. And we head up to the final chain, which is a water palace. And as you make your way up all these floors, fighting different kinds of bosses, the first one was very tough as he insta-kills your party. And I thought, oh no, I'm stuck again. I can't do this. But you can just grind in the area before. Apparently there's even an EXP farming glitch method here. Always you gotta hand it to Tri-Ace, leaving some farming method before the final dungeon. So I just fought a few enemies, got some levels, and made sure I enchanted. Turns out from a forum post, apparently you can stack your enchants up to 4 times. The annoying thing though is that the best enchantments are harder to get because the materials you don't have. So I had to do the lower one, but once you start one of them, it has a 5-minute timer. And so, you know, you gotta do it 3 more times. That timer on the first one is ticking. And you can also fail at this crafting, so you have to do all this and fight the boss in a time limit. But you also can enchant your allies too. And so after winning, that guy tells us that we are the son of Lord Sigmund, that unblessed prince we heard about that was exiled. That was us. Well, I guess that finally explains the striking similarity and why Sigmund, when he got his memories back, was suddenly giving us dad advice out of nowhere. Now I also learned from the guide it was going, okay, now in these boss bosses, don't use healing magic. It's going to take too long. Make sure your allies will use their items to heal you instead. How do I do that? Well, okay, if you press Y on the items or spells, in the menu, it will lock the allies from using them. Oh, okay, I get it. You got to turn off all their healing spells, and then their AI will revert to using items instead. No, they don't even heal me now. So yeah, the best way to heal everyone is do it yourself by going to the menus, keeping your party alive, and then you spam Y for them to start healing. So then you can attack. I found that the best tactic was to use spread, so you have them run to different corners so the enemy doesn't gang up on one of them. And also, you know those hold move buttons that I was telling you about? This one you unlock does a bunch of damage. So I found that the bosses were quite manageable if I just did that move and then I ran to heal my party and then let them heal me so then I could run in and hit again as we head up the tower. With the very obvious Resonance of Fate sound effect they're going to use for that game. Also, your other teammates are going through this dungeon and will find enemies alongside you on the sides. I think you're meant to just run past them and it's a cool scene seeing them fight, but you can actually just stay still and watch them fight and you will get the XP when they kill the enemies, which I found pretty amusing. So we finally reach the top with Leonid. He summons this turtle thing and it literally cannot hit you. You just keep running around and it will chase you. He never attacks, just keeps spinning. Yep, this game really has it where the final bosses are easier than the late game dungeon ones. He's so silly.
It's not over! Stop!
Bro, why did you think that would work? And Leonid throws a tantrum because he's not getting the moon god's powers and tries to kill us. He's very tough because he will summon these attacks that hit everyone and these attacks that will hit you if you're close and you can't control the party where they're gonna run. I also then had this weird glitch where I died and then my party members revived me, but it didn't give me health. So then I couldn't use items and I just kept in this weird limbo state of I kept dying and kept reviving till it fixed itself. His second phase, he then flies up and shoots a crazy meteor, but you can hide behind these pillars and just keep healing your party and you eventually whittle him down. But yeah, if you actually listen to the game's audio when I fight, it's like this.
Help the injured! Someone, please treat them! Look after the injured! Someone, please treat them! Oh, yeah!
As we win.
What is so wrong about wanting to be near the one you love?
Do you know how many innocent people have died for that reason? Don't you dare say the word love!
But then the moon god Veros takes Leonid away to the moon.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
And so we gotta cut the final chain. But damn, this one's got some heavy duty chains on it. Turns out all the chains that we were cutting were launched from the moon to Earth, making them very easy to cut. But this final chain was launched from Earth to the moon, so that means we gotta be Lance Armstrong and walk on the moon. Wait, that's the wrong Armstrong.
Just calm down!
So Savvy was like, we got some strong aristos here. We can make a path to the moon.
Wow!
And now we can walk up the chain. As the final boss, and okay, I gotta enchant myself. 5-minute timer. Okay, let's go. Well, that was a waste of enchanting. You got this long boss speech. As Veros is alive, using Leonid as a vessel, and is like, join me. Take this super not evil red glowing sword. I promise it's not evil. Capella's like,
I cannot. As an omniscient god, you must understand that I will not accept your blessing. If you grant me permission to defeat the Dread Knight and smash the Onyx chain, then I have no need for any sort of reward.
No.
But
And Viros says, damn, humans suck. I need to wipe them all out. I think they're sort of saying he hates the Earth God for creating humans and he wants to kill us all so he can make some new ones like the invisible zombies. And that zombie Leonid fights us, but yeah, it's the exact same fight as before, he just hits harder. Man, you know, for a game having the whole party roster thing, would have been nice to show the whole party in the final fight. I mean, they do for other dungeons, and it would have trivialized the final fight because, yeah, it was pretty easy. But it would have, you know, meant something when they do this big speech, they're all wanting to fight the boss, and it's just your four doing the same thing. And yeah, this is super easy. Took me 10 minutes. You hit the disc when they're not spinning, then the orbs, then him, and you win.
Easy win.
Just spread everyone out so the tornadoes don't kill you all. And it's incredibly easy on normal difficulty. I wasn't even level 50. So Viros is gone, saying, well, I hope you guys die. And Capella goes, okay, we gotta all run back to Earth because if we cut the chain here, we're all gonna die. So let's go home and warn everyone. You know, down on Earth, we could maybe figure out a solution and cut the final chain down there. But he was doing all this to make the whole party run down because he was gonna secretly cut it himself.
You said we would create a new world. What did it mean? Was it just a lie?
But that's...
It's all my fault. I forced you into a battle you didn't want to have any part of. Lord Sigmund and Edward were against it from the start, but I forced you to. Me!
Aya.
Why? How come you're the only one who can smash the chains? I wish I didn't have a lunaglyph. Then I wouldn't have to let you do this. I wouldn't have to watch you. I should be the one!
Aya!
I don't care about saving the world anymore!
This doesn't sound like the Aya I love. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But I have to.
You lied.
Sorry.
You're a liar. A liar. A liar!
And Edward carries her off as Capel stays back to cut the chain. And the gang on Earth see the moon free of the chains as there's no more lunaglyph powers. All the aristos fall into a coma and no one can use lunaglyphs. Since Viros was the one giving them that moon power and he's no more, so everyone is a normal human being now.
We aristos are given life through lunaglyphs. The logical result of this loss of power is that we shall fall.
Great timing for my controller to fall asleep. And we get the post-epilogue scene where Edward is the king and he hates doing the paperwork. Eugene, I think, falls in love with that ninja girl, whose dad, by the way, is Genma. And Aya takes over her father's place. Michelle teaches bandits to be good while the twins run around with Balbagon helping him fight as the credits roll. And then we see Aya looking out with Gustav till he smells someone and sees, aw, it's just a guy playing a flute.
How about the Slovenly Serenade?
No way.
Aya.
And the game ends. Where you now load up the save file and it'll put you before the final dungeon where you can now go back and access a post-game dungeon. Man, I love being an Xbox gamer. And it's just many fights back to back, there's no map and you just gotta farm enemies to get the strongest weapons in the game. And apparently if you do this, you can recruit Sigmund back to your party. But yeah, I felt no need to do this as Infinite Undiscovery ends. And what did we discover? Man, this game needs a new name. You know, this 17-year-old Xbox 360 JRPG still makes JRPGs the old-fashioned way. Yep, it has all the tropes of those mid to high budget JRPGs, you know, from the PS3 era onward. The most similar experiences I can say. To my knowledge of the genre, it really feels like a Tales of game. And a little bit of Final Fantasy X, where Capel really reminded me of Tidus with the goofiness and a clear love interest, but instead of a quiet dancing girl who dances away the pain, it's I'm gonna beat you up for leaving the toilet seat up. And he is definitely into that. It is a game which would have done so much better if it just had a more accurate name. You see chains, you got lunaglyphs. There are more better words to fit this tone. There's nothing about discovery or undiscovery and a changing landscape. And of course, it being only on the 360 didn't help. Like another 360 game I've talked about, Enchanted Arms, literally in a year it was ported to the PS3. As FromSoft saw the sales and knew that was a bad idea to keep it on the green machine only, but yet this is still stuck on the console. And you know, with how Square Enix has been digging its grave recently, also Microsoft, they are probably never ever gonna port this out of there. And the fact that this is still a really hard game to emulate, a lot of people will never experience this game. To me, as someone who I think I'm really just enjoying Tri-Ace's games, where they helped develop my favorite game of all time, and I love Resonance of Fate in some aspects, and I liked another of their game I may talk about in full sometime. Man, what are they even doing now? Square hire them to make the FF13 trilogy ports. They literally coded 2 of the games. Why must you hostage all these IPs? I hate this company, I swear. It is a game where you have so many tropes from JRPGs, from the story to gameplay that spans all eras of the genre, where you have a map that barely tells you anything, save points, hours apart. But then you got these real-time things like using items and crafting, multi-party dungeons with the sort of fun real-time combat, cool enemy and world design, and an interesting story about the moon, but not fully developing on it. I mean, so many key lore bits were optional. You literally only discover the main villain, why he be like that, from an optional scene where you just remember to turn around from a cutscene and go back into a room. And only with the guides would you know to do this, as there's even no way to keep a track of all these quests and things you can do. This game could easily do with a remaster port that fixes all these small things, or even a sequel that improves on this. Because yes, I did have some fun with it. I really did like a lot of these characters, and I would like to see more of it. Yep, it's another niche JRPG where I discover it in the year 2025 and find out online and think, oh wow, this is sure gonna be a good Tumblr romance gift farming game, and then check, oh, no one knows about it. Oh boy, no one knows about these games. Great. Now its legacy is just that it's a mid 360 JRPG. You know, one that has horrendous English voice acting. And I am sure none of these people reached Capel's Joker arc to see how good the voice acting he achieves in this. But yeah, I'm not excusing the whole voice acting as a whole. Some of it is not great.
Yes, Your Majesty. We shall liberate the moon.
But we love that on the channel, right? Also, it's a game where Laura does every voice accent she has in her arsenal. I'm not gonna hate this game, alright? But as we close out this holiday season, I am thankful on this day for letting me access to an online marketplace where I could buy an Xbox console and play a JRPG on it. Now, to move on to more jolly games. Nah, I'm just messing with you. It's summertime down here. We gotta go to the beach for some volleyball. And that's it from me. Here's to another year on this channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. I had fun as my first Xbox console game. Oh man, you know, making an account on this thing, the amount of data collection tick boxes I had to untick. And yes, there are some other games I would like to cover on this console, but that's in due time. I got way more JRPGs and other games to get through. It's a never-ending journey. And if you would like to support the journey, you can hit like or sub to the channel, or even pay me money, which I will definitely use to eventually buy the FF13 PS3 console limited edition.
I was just kidding! Come on!
You can follow my social media in the description. And until then, I shall see you all on the next video.